What is up, you guys? It is Grant with another episode here of the Gooey Files, and today I got my man Jay Trent with me,
What up?
and today we'll be talking about the new Playboy Carti album, I Am Music, on top of his career so far and just where he kind of exists in the rap landscape. Um, First thing I want to say is like Carti did like a really Carti is a very interesting artist to me because he might be crazy to say, but I think he a superstar now.
Mm, uh, no comment. I don't have anything to add. I'm not sure. I guess I would just. I guess I want to say I don't know what really constitutes that. Maybe he is though, but I guess I haven't given that much thought.
I understand that, but I feel like I'll come back to that conversation. I should have started the episode with that, but I'll come back to that conversation.
It's all good.
But
It's all good.
the I feel like with this album in particular, the reception of the whole Rider Red was like kind of okay. Why is this nigga making Blade music like Blade the
Oh
Vampire
yeah,
music?
yeah. I remember
Yeah,
I remember the conversations when when a whole lot of red came out. Was that on like Christmas Eve or something? Am I making
that
that
was
up?
like on that was like on Christmas 2020,
Okay, Christmas Day. Okay.
I guess I think, but I think one thing about Playboy Cardi is the ecosystem that he kind of resides in is very interesting because you can say some people that were there for the blog era don't really know who he is, but you can say some people who were there for the blog era do know who he is.
Hmm.
So he kind of has like a little people kind of from the tail end of the I'm trying to find this word the right way. A lot of people were graduating high school when the blog era it finished college right before the blog era ended, like
Hmm.
2013. The Cardi kind of came on the scene. He was rapping before that, obviously, but he didn't really gain prominence until like 2015 when he dropped like Broke Boy, Fetty, all that type of stuff.
Yeah, Fetty.
And
Yeah.
then with like Dash and Maso Cream. Uh but he kind of exists in this weird space where you kind of like you have fans that have been there from the ride from the very first start, but also you have fans that kind of came on the scene with like Dalit, uh, with Dalit, and mainly Whole Lot of Red, like with because the Whole Lot of Red for me was like the when he like reached like another tier of stardom with the whole I'm just gonna do some kind of left field. I'm gonna just make this kind of rage rap and everything like
Hmm.
that. Which I personally, I'm a big fan of Whole Lot of Red, but I feel like what he did with I Am Music is he kind of took, and this is one thing I appreciate. I think he took like something from all his albums and kind of gave something for everybody. Like there's some stuff on here that's like this is definitely garnered to the whole lot of red sector of his fans. Uh there's definitely something on here that's directed to people that been rocking with Cardi for a while now. But there's definitely also a sector on here where it's really like a really good love letter to Atlanta, specifically like 2000s, early 2010s rap. Like he got like Rich the Kid, Rich Kid
Rich
samples on
kids.
here.
Yeah, Schoolie. Like,
Schoolie, and
yeah, it's some in full disclosure, y'all. I have not finished this project, but like there are some songs on here that's got like some old Atlanta like rich kids influence, and as somebody who was in high school during that time, I was like, I'm sure that like hearing DJ Swamp Izzo all over this project was something that I was not expecting. But you know, as somebody who like I'm a really big I enjoy a lot of Future. So like hearing DJ Swamp Izzo on doing a lot of his drops on this project, that that's kind of a callback to something that we don't really get now.
Like,
At least on a on this big of a mainstream scale.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now, man. Look, if you complain about too many tags, because y'all did this shit with Tyler Allen too. If you complain about too many damn uh
Hey man.
DJ
Hey, hey,
tags, whatever like that, you need to shut up.
hey, hey
Sorry.
Grant. Hey
What?
Grant. We know what you are.
Yeah,
That's
we
that's
know what you
that's all,
are.
that's all we
We
can put on that.
we know what you are. But man, like I personally like first listen and like the past couple days, I really like what he did with this album, man. My only thing I just don't like is just he gotta take like 5 songs off. And it's crazy. But say it's crazy because I think he hit like on a lot of these damn songs. It's just
I guess
if he cut it down
I
like
guess I
five
kind of have
tracks,
to
it'd be great.
I kind of have to I have to defer to you on this. What are the five?
Let me see. Hold on. I gotta pull it up. They're more towards the end of the album, but um I'm not really there with Opium Baby. I'm not there yet. Uh Twin Trim is kind of like what's the song with Thug, man, and Ty Dolla Sign? I can't remember.
I
Uh
didn't hear that one, bro.
I think it's I can't that's one I was like, yeah, that's a no for me. It may not be five. Charge them hoes a fee. I'm not the biggest fan of. Uh, it may not be five, maybe a little bit less. But I will say though, my issue with the album, outside of like it being just a little bit too long, track wise, even though it's like an hour 17 minutes, which isn't it doesn't feel that way when you're listening to it, at least to me. But some of the sequencing and everything on here kind of need to be changed around. I feel like some songs flow better, but I think it's fine. But my big thing with the album is kind of Cardi don't feel, and this is what I'm not trying to slander Travis Scott. I really not, because I think he did a really good job with his features on here, and I feel like he's getting shielded. I feel like the center he getting out here need to be going on Thug or in Ty Dolla Sign, but that's just me. But uh,
Mm,
I think I think my big thing with Cardi is that even though people kind of listen to that, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people listen. I personally listen for Cardi in production, but a lot of people just listen to Cardi for the production. But I think one thing that I think Cardi does well is that he lets you know, like, hey, this is my album. This ain't a producer highlight reel. This is my album. And I kind of at Travis Scott at one point I didn't feel that way about, and then as later on to the career I kind of felt a different way. I feel like Cardi does a good job of, even though there's moving parts to his music, the star is still him. And like
mm,
I ain't gonna say like that nigga like a lyrical miracle type of guy or anything like that, or he got like a elite lyricist. Like obviously not, but I think his flows, the vocal tone manipulation that he does with like the deep voice, the future voice, the high voice and everything like that, all tied together, does a really good job of like keeping listeners engaged. On top of mixing in what type of tracks on here, like I can give you a little bit of the Rage Cardi, I can give you a little bit of the uh early like 2000s, 2010s Atlanta rap. I can give you kind of all of that, and I feel like he does a really good job of that on here. Do you have any favorite tracks that you have listened to so far?
Um, hold on, give me a second. Let me look at it real quick. I should have had this pulled up already. Oh, Trim. Like the Future's Future's contribution to that song is something special, honestly.
He, I told somebody this, but what he did on Trim is so much better than what he did on Type Shit on his own album, which is so funny. But like that's like a
Hmm.
feature. That's like a feature of the year contender. Like he got off on that, and I like kind of how Cardi kind of trading off with him on some stuff. I really enjoyed that.
Hmm.
Um, Favorite songs are Crush. I think like Evil Jordan isn't fair because I've always been a big fan of the single. Uh, if Philly had like 15 seconds less of Travis Scott, I would like it. I already do like it, but I would like it a bit more. Um, Radar kind of gives off like 2000s mixtapes vibes. That's a good beat by Metro Boomin. I really like that one. Rather Lie is probably the hit off the album. One of the hits. Personally, like Fine Shit. Um, I feel like it's a nice break and kind of gives you kind of room to breathe. But also very enjoyable. Uh,
I got a question.
what's up?
How do you feel about Backdoor?
I really, as somebody that like heard like because he had dropped a snippet to this song like 4 months ago, and
Hmm.
I was like,
Yeah,
this is
I want I ain't tapped in,
I was
but
like, I was like, this is the one that I want to hear on the album. I'm glad it made it. Um, I'm indifferent to Kendrick vocals on here, even though they didn't bring the song down. I
mm,
still kind of feel the same way. I think it's really good. I love the sample. I think the sample is a Wayne sample, if I'm not mistaken. I I I want to say, it is. I don't know. I'm not sure what Wayne song, but uh, maybe off the Carter too. I can't remember, or it's off a Wayne project. I just can't remember. But the I really like Backdoor, but I feel like Good Credit is probably the standout on here.
oh, Red Rum is the Wayne
Yes,
sample.
but I feel like Good Credit is a standout on here, but it's not because of Kendrick. It's because of the beat. Like that.
Yeah, the beat is good. I was kind of indifferent on Good Credit when I heard it the first time. Like it's fine. I But I can see that. I do think the production on there is right. Did Cardo produce that?
He produced like 8 songs on here.
Right. Did he was Good Credit? Was that
Yeah, it's one
Cardo
of
or
them.
was it somebody
Yeah,
else?
yeah.
Okay.
Good Credit is one of
Okay.
them.
But yeah. Yeah, the a lot of the production on here, there's there's some it's some heat on here.
Yeah, like funny thing is, one of my favorite songs on here is produced by Travis Scott, and I've always had like speculations about his production because he's always had so many co-producers. But Crush is probably my favorite song. I keep coming back to. I was like the engine from the engineering to the beat, and that shit is crazy. But my kind of thing was, I, Cardi is giving us so many sounds at one time,
Mm.
and it's working, and it's very hard. I feel like that's very hard to do as a rapper. I feel like if you're trying to put, I feel like giving too many people too much of everything, like too not too much of everything, but I feel like giving people too many things that they need to give their attention to. I feel like it can hurt our album, but Cardi kind of uses it to his advantage on here. Like there's something for the people that like diehard opium fans, and there's something there for people that have been following Cardi for a long time. And there's something for
Hmm.
people that are kind of like new to Cardi. I've even seen what's so interesting to me is because is people people automatically thought Kendrick was going to ruin everything on here. And for the first and I was scared. I was like, man, this shit gonna be ass. But uh he ended up doing like a solid job and like with his features lately, he's done a better job of meshing with the artist instead of trying to hop on the song and trying to take over, which I think was a issue in his like kind of during the damn era.
Hmm.
But that's just me. But that's this is really good, man. Like I really, really like it. Like I can't believe it actually released. I thought I honestly thought he was pump fake. Like when I went to bed and woke up and it wasn't on my and I ain't see it nowhere. I was like, man, there go these Kanye ass rollout, man. I can't stand y'all niggas.
As long as long as y'all know that nigga never dropping again.
I feel like this though. Cardi is one of them people that could get away with it. Cause people were like, he's going to ruin his hype, blah 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 blah. He currently has. I'm not a numbers guy, but I'm gonna say this. I think he they said he has like the seventh biggest Spotify debut ever for any artist. So, and the biggest debut of 2025 so far. So I want to say that's why I kind of get that's kind of why I was asking about the superstar talk
Hmm. Yeah,
because
uh I guess the superstar stuff would probably be determined by whatever the returns are on like the numbers and stuff. Like
and then
maybe
and,
I guess I just never I'm kind of surprised that Cardi like as a I'm kind of surprised that Cardi as a persona has clicked with so many people.
he
I
like
think I think that's the best way for me to put that.
when somebody said I am music is just shot or edits the album. Man,
Hey man.
if somebody said like they
Nah, because they just got that they saying that because of the Shay video with Evil Jordan. I know it. I know what y'all are on.
man, that shit funny. But I feel like this, and I think it's on purpose.
Mhm.
The I think Cardi wants to shift his. I think he wanted to shift his music back more to black people, and that's a crazy sentence. I know, but I feel like with the rich kids samples, and he even sampled Ashanti on here with Only You, which is I think that's one of my own. Like, it's called Cocaine Nose. That's one of my favorite tracks on the album, but it's
Mhm.
later in the album. But I feel like he did a really good job of kind of giving people a lot of everything and kind of shifting. I never thought Playboy Cardi would be a mainstream artist though, but I think that's what the plan was. I think he tried his best with the singles he dropped last year to shift more of people's minds to kind of like in the middle instead of just I'm just this rage artist. I do rage rap or like I just do Lid uh or self titled. But I feel like he just did a good job of meeting kind of everybody on this one. But
Mhm.
what's your favorite Cardi album?
That lit.
I had to
I
say
feel
Lit
like
too.
I think
I mean like it was
I
Lit
yeah.
before I Am Music.
Also, I am music is your favorite.
Yes. And the reason why is because I feel like with Whole Lot of Red, as good as it was, it took too long for me to pick up. Like my one of my biggest critiques of the album originally before Rockstar made um before I came around on Rockstar made, I kind of felt like the first half of the album was kind of on and off for me. But I guess listen to I Am Music, I feel like it giving me a bit of everything. Uh Made me kind of lean towards it. Of course, it's early, but I really have love for pretty much all Carti's last three albums. I kind of feel like self title is good, but I feel like he's just so much better now that I like it. I think it's solid, but I just like the others better.
That's interesting. I feel like prefer I prefer the earlier stuff still. Like, I do think Dolly is probably my favorite, solely off the fact that it was the one that I would revisit most often. And I think I would probably revisit self-titled more than I would a whole lot of red. And I haven't finished this album, but I would probably take this one over a whole lot of red. Even just to the point of the album that I've gotten to, I probably would. But I don't. I mean, it's it's all a matter of preference in terms of what you prefer from him or from hip hop. Period. Honestly,
Yeah, I feel you on that one. Like that lit, like I listen to a lot. A lot I read, I kind of listen to a lot. And I don't listen to self title that much. I Am Music, I think will end up getting the most play because of all the because there's so many of like some there's just some very Atlanta like mixtape Atlanta stuff on here that I really really like. But other than that, that's all I got for this episode. I appreciate you guys. Y'all say easy. I'm out. Or we out, excuse me.